magnificent.
Is this David Mundy's last goal of AFL football? Maybe.
Bernie Vance spins it around the body with style.
To Buckley, who unloads from 55 metres out. Buckley's gone!
Hello and welcome to the 2023 Carlton Draft. Great to have your company on what is fast becoming one of the most important nights on the football calendar. A big welcome to our draft gurus, Brad Johnson and Kevin Shifter-Sheehan. We just saw the calibre of players we're going to be dealing with this year and a very fresh-faced Nathan Buckley.
It is, and it's the anticipation, isn't it? Who's going to be pick one? And I think with this group, the title you don't want is being last picked in this draft. Going on last year, the disappointment of just seeing your name just drop down the order because they're all superstars and all achieved so much in the game.
But just the success I love of last year, to see Eddie Betts with his bag of tricks playing at community level and Shawnee Burgoyne, no doubt the silk was there again, his silky skills he had lost in 12 months and he was a star in his game as well.
Mega stars of the AFL giving back to community football. It is what we like to see. Well, they are all arriving at the pub tonight, nervous, waiting for their draft number to be called out. Kane Cornes, former Port Adelaide champion. We know he can run still, John, and the question is, well, what are his skills like now in retirement?
Well, when you look at the class and how good Joey Kennedy looked, Dave Mundy with his inside 50 kicks, I'm sure they'll stand out. But when you look at someone like Kane Cornes, is he going to tag? Is he going to just play a free-wheeling game?
You're not getting someone to tag, surely.
Wow, maybe that's the role he's going to ask for, Sarah, because that's what he knows. He played 300 games, I think 298 were tagging. So he knows that role perfectly. If the opposition have got a star, look out, because Kane Cornes is going to blanket you.
He wants the GPS tracker on him, no doubt about that. I reckon he'll break the record with 18 to 20 Ks in the game, trying to run them off their feet.
All right, so there is our list of legends. Kane Cornes, Josh Kennedy, the Sydney version, Nathan Buckley, Jordan Lewis, Bernie Vince and David Mundy. Some players recently retired, and Nathan Buckley, who last played football in 2007, Shifter. But I suppose with Bucks, you're not just getting the playing ability, you're getting a former AFL coach and one of the greatest leaders of the modern era.
And a 10-year coach at that too, and a legend of the game, he really is. He might be an icon by the time it all ends, so his impact on a community club will be massive over a 24-hour period. He's going to leave so many great messages with the people that connect with him.
Our roving reporter at the pub tonight is none other than former Hawks superstar Ben Dixon. Dicko, what have you got for us?
It's exciting. Grassroots footy. There's 6 clubs building up to the draft. What are you going to bring?
Well, hopefully a skinny wingman who gets a lot of uncontested possessions and potentially someone, if they need a tagger, I'll go and sort out the opposition's best player.
You said that Johnny Longmire held you back for your whole career. You're going to get to your local club and what's the instruction? You're going to say, just give me the ball, get out of my way?
That's it, mate. Yeah, exactly right.
He's a very modest man. Barra, he's the great catch, the fish here. You said all fair, so I know you're a bit like Joey, you're very modest, but you said you're going to get 60. You're going to get 60 possessions.
I'm going to identify a few teammates so I can wax with really early, and hopefully we might get up there.
All right, I wish you all the best, and we head around to the man who's wearing his suit from his 2003 Brownlow medal.
Still doesn't fit.
Mate, you're in the best nick I've ever seen, you Bucks.
I'm going to need more than that. I'm definitely breaking in this game. I just don't know when and I don't know where.
You're always a fierce competitor. I played against you. Now, it's true you're actually going in for keyhole surgery, so you cherry right before this?
I'll be the only bloke that has to have a few surgeries before to get myself ready to play, I reckon. There's every chance that I'll need to get a little bit of cartilage cleaned up before the day.
What are you going to bring, Bern? Because you talked it up as well.
Don't know if I talked it up, but it's about the day. The footy's just a small part of it. It's after the game. It's the night. So that's what I'll bring. That's when I'll start to strengthen my credentials when the siren goes.
And the beauty about Bernie is it's not a one game, it's a 3-day event. So he'll come on the Thursday, he'll run your raffle, he'll win that too, and he won't be picking up any tabs. Is that right?
Number 78, your tea's ready? I'll be doing that. No tabs. No, they go missing when I'm around.
He's that tidy squeaks, this boy. All right, all the best, Bern.
Thank you.
One of the great characters of the game, Fox Footy's star of bounce, Bernie Vince. I love the professionalism of Nathan Buckley. All right, we're going to head upstairs at Fox Footy now, where our very own Jordan Lewis is going to be taking part in the Carlton Draft. Jord, are you nervous? You're a dad of 4 young boys. What's your wife Lucy's message been to you about the potential of getting injured in this one? Has she had some stern words?
Yeah, she has. She wants to come to wherever I get posted to monitor everything that happens. But I'm nervous, to be honest. There's been a lot of work that's gone into this preparation, and now we sit here on the eve of the draft and got my lucky Ruffy socks on. I'm not too sure if you can see those, but
they're pretty.
Hopefully they allow me to get taken early in the draft. As Jono said, you don't want to slip down the draft because your ego can take a big hit.
Jordan, before we let you go, I want to see the Ruffy socks one more time, both to see the socks but also to test your hamstrings
Can we
whether...
see those? Oh,
yep.
God, that hurts.
Yep, hamstrings are questionable. You need to do some stretching. Thank you very much to Jordan Lewis. OK, Ruffy, Louis, now back out to Ben Dixon. It is a Hawks fest tonight and Dicko's at the pub.
Thanks, Jonesy. Well, we're here for the 2nd annual Carlton Draft. It's an exciting moment. 350 clubs nominated, only 6 selected for 6 superstar retired AFL players. Hang on a minute. Hey, just keep it down a little bit. I'm talking here. This is a big moment. We've got Brownlow medalists, premiership players, we've got taggers, we've got the whole lot. And guess what? I think the draft commissioner's almost ready, Jonathan Brown.
Ooh, yes, Big Brownie. He takes his job very seriously. And we have a look at the order there. Shifter, take us through the clubs that are taking part.
Yeah, wonderful to see all community clubs all around Victoria too, and many of them have struggled to win games. At times in the past there's been clubs that'll have up to 1,000 days where they mightn't actually have been able to win a game of footy, or 3 years without success, and they just want that boost. So these clubs are right around the state. We're going to individually talk about them when where their moment comes up and try and describe some of the regions of Victoria that they come from.
Oh, and there is the dive inside the Brains Trust and the committee rooms across all of our 6 clubs taking part. So some big decisions to come tonight. All right, we mentioned the big fella, Jonathan Brown. He is the commissioner. He is the guru, and he is arriving at the pub from the bathroom. That's a bit gross, but hopefully he's washed his hands.
I'm sorry. It looked like that on exit, Sarah.
There he is, the big fella. He loves community football, of course, a country boy at heart, and 3-time Brisbane Lions premiership star. He is a legend. He's a popular man, Shifter.
Really?
I think Gill doesn't take it this far, does he, on draft night?
I think there's a new something I just saw then was a smoke machine for Jonathan Brown as he's coming down the stairs. Maybe that's something Gill will look at next year.
Too much, Jonathan, too much, I would suggest. All right, speaking of egos, we're going to go now to the Commissioner, Jonathan Brown, to make his official announcement.
Thank you, Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, tonight, 6 AFL legends will be drafted out to local footy clubs for one special match. And which club will be touched by glory? And which club will be saddled by a dead weight? These decisions will set the course of the club's history. This is the Carlton Draft. From more than 300 worthy entries, 6 clubs have been chosen via a vigorous selection process. Tonight, these 6 clubs are ready and waiting in their rooms to make their pick. Let the draft begin.
All right, there is a selection room for Nilma Darman and the team making their decision as we head back to Jonathan Brown for the prestigious moment we've all been waiting for.
Being first picked in the Carlton Draft is one of the highest honours in our sport. It's an honour that goes all the way back to 2022. The new title holder will join names such as Nathan Jones. The deliberations are over. The pick is in. With the #1 pick in the 2023 Carlton Draft, the Nilma Darnham Football Club selects Nathan Buckley.
Well, Nathan Buckley, perhaps no surprise. Look at the scenes of wild jubilation in the rooms, and you're getting a coach, you're getting a player, you're getting someone with a big presence. He will attract the papers, the headline writers.
He
this is a
expected
good
that.
story.
He expected that, Sarah. That's Nathan Buckley. He's been #1 since he walked in the doors in the AFL.
Oh, a bomber.
And look at him now. And that's the other thing too. I think this is a little bit deliberate. A Collingwood man having to put a Bombers jumper on to play.
He's one of the best of all time. Why not get the biggest personality, one of the greatest players in the history of the game to come down? And he's a winner. He won the Rising Star in his first year in the AFL. Norm Smith medal, even a Brownlow medal as well. So a super player. And don't worry, he'll be doing a bit of work in preparation to look good again.
Oh, I do not doubt that. All right, here is Ben Dixon with the man of the moment, the #1 draft pick, Nathan Buckley.
Here at the Spread Eagle, we're in the Carlton corner, #1 draft pick. You looked happy coming down the stairs, Bucks, and then you saw the Bombers jumper.
I never thought I'd represent the Bombers. I don't know how that's going to feel when I put that actually on myself. But, yeah, looking forward to it.
And I know you're an engaging man when you walk into a footy club, you just embrace it. You're prepared to stay on and flip the burgers on the barbie and just get around the people?
Well, that's where I can add value, I reckon. I'm really happy that the Bombers took a chance on me. I've worked for this my whole life, and to waste their #1 pick on me, I just hope that I can give them some value, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 draft pick.
So the former Collingwood coach and Collingwood superstar Nathan Buckley is off the draft board, but there is still so much talent. In fact, 1,794 games among the 6 players we have. We've got 5 remaining, 4 in the draft room, and of course Jordan Lewis here at Fox Footy with us. So let's head to Brownie now for the announcement of pick #2.
With pick #2, actually, I'm going to have to announce the winner of the meat tray. Thank you, sir. And the winner of the 2023 meat tray is Y89.
Yes!
There you go. Well done. You look like you don't need it, but anyway, all the best, mate.
Hey, on the back of my ticket, Jonathan Brown's going to cook it. Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
You're
good
gonna
on
come
you.
round. Yeah, good on you.
Well done, Diggo. See you, mate. With pick #2, the legendary Carnham Linton Football Club select David Mundy.
Josh Kennedy was already walking then, but no. Turn around, Josh. It is David Mundy taken at pick #2, and what a superstar player he was.
Yeah, and of course, he came from Seymour in country Victoria, played for the Murray Bush Rangers, and was a full-back way back at the start. Goes choice 19 to the Dockers, and he never left them. 376 games. I think he's 8th on the all-time list, but I just got past you, Jono, as one of the great players of all time, and he's ready to run. He still could play. Could have played in the AFL this year.
So, all right, let's head now to Dicko. He's got David Mundy with him.
Your pick 2, are you worthy?
Oh, I'm putting in the work. I've actually started a little pre-season training campaign. I'm really nervous about doing a soft tissue injury in the first 5 minutes. So I'm trying to physically prepare. The mental side will come.
What about you? You're a midfielder all the way, but were you held back a little bit in your career? Were you probably a forward, but Ross never put you there?
Well, you tell me, Dick. I kicked 17 goals in an underage footy game back home. So you tell me, mate.
I reckon you picked 2. You should have been pick 1. Good luck, David Mundy.
Thank you.
All right, let's head to Brownie to make the big announcement of pick #3.
With pick #3, the mighty Buchan Football Club selects Jordan Lewis.
Our boy Jordan Lewis, and here he is looking very suave in the tongue.
Thank you, Sarah.
Well done.
Pick
#3.
Beautiful. Well, a little bit disappointing that I had to sit there for the 2 previous picks, knowing that I'll perform better than both of those guys. So, yeah, nice to be pick 3 off to Buchan. So there's lots to do there, but first and foremost, it'll be the game and be able to perform.
Now,
this is the jump.
It's my honour to present you with the Buchan jumper, the kangaroo colours. Here they go.
This one's been wrestled.
I think it has.
I want to know who was wearing that, number 24.
Number 24, one of your teammates. I think with that, though, you can tell you've probably got a couple of tough teammates as well with the way that jumper is set up. But that's the way you played, Geordie, was tough. How are you mentally? What's your approach to this game?
I'm ready to go, to be honest. I'm not too sure what David Mundy's a little bit frightened of his body breaking down. Mine's not. I won't be running fast enough to break down, so...
Geordie, congratulations. We will let you go because I know you've got a personal trainer, you've got a personal coach, a dietitian. You're taking this very seriously and you're going to go and sort it all out.
I hope to see everyone there too, so I'll organise a minibus and the Fox Footy crew will be up there too.
We'll come and support you.
Thank you, everybody.
We've got some breaking news. There is some drama we need to report. It's something quite unconventional. We've got Maribit trying to jump up the draft order. They're looking at a pick swap with Maryborough. Shifter, this is unprecedented. It is big news that might shake the foundations.
Well, they're listening to what happens at AFL level, I think. They're trying to trade up, but what have they got? Collateral have they got? They haven't got future picks, have they? 'Cause I don't know whether they'll actually be on the board next year. They couldn't trade their players, surely, because they'd be unknown.
That would be great.
No.
So they've got to come up with something else that the other club might be interested in. So, yeah, innovation, I reckon, at its best on the run.
We will wait and see because Ben Dixon has his finger on the pulse. Dicko, what can you report?
Jonesy, unbelievable scenes down here. A Carlton Draft first. So Maribit have 5th pick, but they're swapping that for the Rovers' 4th pick for 2 slabs of Carlton Draft. Can you believe that? It's just chaos down here at the moment. You just can't change the draft order. But one thing to consider is 2 slabs. Jonesy's going to come down to the wire.
Wow, this is big breaking news, unprecedented scenes. The implications of this for future drafts. We've got the club's senior hierarchy on the phone, high-level talks. It's reminiscent of Gill at Adelaide Oval during gather round, making a last-minute deal.
I thought a barrel at best, but 2 slabs there. I think they're going to get away with a cheap one here, cheap trade.
Well, who do they want? That's the thing. Why are they prepared to push up? Because someone's on the board they're really keen on. Really keen on.
So here is the Maribit selection room, just enjoying some light refreshment there. And pick 4 is on the clock and, well, the boys are enjoying themselves. Jonathan Brown better straighten this up and announce the pick number 4 in this year's Carlton Draft now.
The board of the Carlton Draft grants the Commissioner special powers. On this occasion, I have the power to authorise an exchange of picks between 2 clubs. On receipt of advice from my legal counsel, the Maryborough Football Club has traded pick number 4 to the Maribit Football Club for their pick number 5. So without further ado, I announce that the Maribit Football Club with pick number 4 selects Josh Kennedy.
So pick 4, a slider down the draft board. He thought that he was going much higher than that.
We'll come to Josh in a second, but Maribit, it's actually up near Kerrang, if you're not sure where it is. And once they picked up Carl Dittrich as their coach, so they love the big names coming in their area. And why not get some Hawthorn and Swans royalty with, of course, Joey Kennedy. Let's call him that, not to confuse him with the West Coast Eagle. And what a player he was. And again, finished last year. It was just that hamstring injury at the end that cost him his 300th game. But I reckon he will have overcome that and he'll be ready to dominate.
Absolutely. He's put the time in rehab. I understand he's got himself ready to go. That hamstring will not be a problem come game day. And, yeah, I think he'll have a point to prove, especially going pick 4. Expectation from himself was to go pick 1 or 2. So he'll want to certainly perform better than what Nathan Buckley and David Mundy do.
All right, let's see how he performs under the glaring interview of Ben Dixon.
In the Carlton corner with Josh Kennedy. Joey, how exciting. You made history because Maribit traded their pick to get you at pick 4 for 2 slabs. How's that feel?
It feels great, Dicko. Look, I hope to repay the faith in Maribit come whenever the game is, mid-June. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to having a crack and hopefully we can make those 2 slabs back.
Well, mate, if you don't get a kick, just give them 2 slabs back and we'll call it square.
Fair enough.
So last year, well, it's not an honour, really. It's probably a shame. But the shame of finishing last pick in the draft went to Daisy Thomas. But in an absolute Cinderella story, he was able to turn that around to be the MVP of the 2022 Carlton Draft. This is an honour, the inaugural MVP, performing brilliantly on and off the ground. And, Well, look at him there, Shifter. Memories were made.
Well, 16 points down at half-time. He's able to turn it round. He spoke it up too. He said this is the premiership quarter or the winning quarter, and he delivered. He's a great showman, there's no doubt. He warmed up in the pinball parlour there at 0-2, so he embraced the community.
So there is a real stigma to being last pick in the draft. Nobody wants that, and it is down to Bernie Vince or Kane Cornes. Dicko, you are with the unlucky duo at the moment.
Bern, are you going to fight him for this pick 5?
We haven't spoken up here yet. I'm not going to after either. He keeps looking at me, and I'm actually going to move away a bit more. I don't want him within reaching distance. We don't like each other.
Well, I know that. That's why I'm standing in the middle. I'm refereeing this one. Cornsey, what are you anticipating when you get picked in terms of the club? A warm response or a cold response?
Warm. Yeah, I think warm. I'm going to bring a big crowd, and we want a big crowd. We want lots of money spent on the hospitality and things like that. So it's going to be a great day. So I think they'll get around me, don't you?
Oh, I reckon they will. You're a character. You got to get to know you. Now, Bird, just finally, if you do go pick 6, I'm just preempting something here. Will you be really disappointed?
I'll be flat. My family will be flat. The whole town of Stansbury, they're all watching. You know what? It'd be one of the downest days I've had in my life, Dicko.
Well, there's plenty of pressure here in the green room, Bern and Cornsey, eh? Let's see who's going to be pick 5.
Bernie Vince inventing words there. I think no love lost between Port Adelaide and Adelaide. It is on.
I love that. I really do. And it should never be eliminated in all conversations they have. Adelaide versus Port Adelaide, it's an in-house rivalry that should continue.
So pick number 5 is Maryborough. They are on the clock, and it looks like they are already drinking the slabs they've received in the trade. The boys are, well, they're laughing now, but we know it's all fake. We know it's for the cameras. They say they don't like each other, so we better head back to Browny to find out just who is going pick 5.
In our game, there is only one thing more powerful than the dizzying heights of victory, and that is the crushing agony of coming dead last. At this stage of the draft, 2 men face that prospect. Godspeed. With pick number 5, the legendary Maryborough Football Club selects Bernie Vince.
The rivalry continues, and Bernie Vince, well, he's made his classmates on bounce very happy. They would have got stuck into him if he was last.
Oh, they sure would have, and I understand the trade now. Maryborough would have accepted that knowing that Bernie was still on the table because they're thinking bar takings, they're thinking sportsman's night. They know exactly where they can make a lot of cash to go with this as well, which is important because we want to raise as much money as we can for these football clubs. They saw that, and they're going to get a good performance, but they're going to get an unbelievable performance off-field as well. A relieved man, I am sure. Here is Bernie with Dicko.
Bernie, pick 5 well. There was a bit of argy-bargy in the green room between you and Cornsey, and you got the nod. You're going to the Rovers.
Can't wait. Going to the Maryborough Rovers, and they've got a magpie on their emblem. So, no, I've been a big fan for a long time. My family's very, very happy. They're proud, and I'm ready to get to work.
And getting to work, before the draft, you were Googling some of the scores, and is there a bit of ground to make up with some of their games?
Yeah, I sort of wished I didn't do that, Dicko. One game, 47-22, I think it was, to 1 goal 2. But I don't even know what that adds up to, but I've never seen a game that high. But look, I'm going to bring passion, leadership.
And it's class all round, Bernie Vince.
Thank you.
Bernie Vince, you've got to love him, and I'm sure his new team will love having him part of their community. He will make a massive impact, and that is exactly what we want to see on the Carlton Draft. All right, it is the final pick in this year's draft, pick number 6. It is Moiston Willara on the clock, which probably doesn't mean a great deal, Jono, given there is only one player left.
No, they could probably shut the lids of the laptops because we know exactly who is left, unless they really don't want to select anyone at this stage.
Oh, it's a painful tag to bear.
Will they pass? Will they pass, Shifter?
They won't pass.
Okay.
They won't pass.
I want the power of Kane in my football club.
Definitely.
Okay, let's head back as Browny does the honours.
It's time now for the 6th and final pick in the 2023 Carlton Draft. And with pick number 6, the Moiston Willara Football Club selects Kane Corns.
Well, his new football club looks pretty happy. Handshakes all round. Kane looks a little dejected. I think that's just because of the embarrassment he'll have to wear as courtesy of being number 6, but he'll pep up, he'll get around them.
I think that's what it is. It's not the fact of where he's going and all that sort of aspect of it. It's just where he's landed with the other legends that were up for selection tonight. And he'll lick his wounds as he always has, Kane Corns, and he'll perform at the highest of level.
We know he's certainly fit at the moment, having done all of that running. Dicko is with the man of the moment.
In the Carlton Draft corner, lucky last, Cornsey. Prior to you getting selected, you're on the phone. Can you just give us a little insight to who that was?
Yeah, I was on the phone to my management, just trying to renegotiate my contract. So a little bit disappointing. They say in the AFL, pick 6 has been a curse. So I'm looking to reverse that and break the curse.
And Barack Obama just left Australia. Apparently you're going to get his car with the bulletproof glass and stuff to head up to there.
Well, you've organised me the security team, so I'll send the invoice in for that one. But I will need all the help I can get. But I do pride myself on my fitness, Dicko, and I've got a month to get myself ready and raring to go.
Well, I know you said it. You're going to draw the crowds. We are so excited to have you part of this. Pick 6. I mentioned lucky last. I reckon you're going to bring it home for us.
I'm quietly confident.
Good luck.
Thanks, Dicko.
Well, the colours work, don't they?
They do. They look good, and I hope he kicks the match winner. How good would that be for Kane Corns to do that?
What a great story. And Shifter, it has been an awesome draft.
Oh, been fantastic, and let's just hope it can be a repeat of what we saw last year, which has had thousands of people coming from the communities into the football club. The footy clubs are the hub of the community, of course, around country Victoria in particular, and they were great scenes, and I think the star quality of these individuals are going to make it a great day, so get along if you're anywhere near those football clubs that have won these 4 stars.
All the pressure's on David Mundy, expecting to have 60 disposals and kick 17+ goals in one game of football. David Mundy, over to you.
Well, over now to Jonathan Brown, who is going to wrap up what has been a phenomenal evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, the clubs have now made their selections. The players will now prepare for the most important game of their lives. Let the panic training begin. I now bring an end to these proceedings. This has been the 2023 Carlton Draft.
A real gravitas there from the Commissioner, Jonathan Brown, and what a sterling job he has done once again in compiling this list of talented superstars. And we're going to have a lot of fun over the next couple of months, both watching them, watching their panic, watching their preparations. There are the final selections with number 1, Nathan Buckley. No surprises there. David Mundy still looks like he could be playing AFL. It's exciting. It's exciting to watch the preparations, but more importantly, watch them get belted around the ears on match day. Shifter, it has been an absolute pleasure covering yet another draft with you. You are the draft guru, and I know this is your favourite night of the year.
I loved it, Sarah. Thanks for having us.
All right, well, that wraps up the Carlton Draft for season 2023. Make sure you're watching as these former superstars go out to the communities and pull the boots on once again. That's it from us. Until next year.